Welcome to the Business News Show, guys. With me is Siddharth. He was not available yesterday because he was sick. Thanks for joining us, Siddharth.
Hi everyone. Hello. Thanks, Nikhil.
So let's get straight into the news. Our first news story is businesses with an annual turnover of up to 40 lakhs are now GST exempt. This is
This,
music to my ears. GST
this has
compliance
become
is such an irritating thing. मतलब इट इज अ फ्रस्ट्रेशन अगर आप एक छोटे बिजनेस ओनर तो, क्योंकि आपका जीएसटी कंप्लायंस का खर्चा ही इतना ज्यादा हो जाता है कि यू विल
exactly
लाइक यार क्या करूं, बैठ के जीएसटी का करूं के सेल्स करूं.
right. So this is a very good step. Basically, if, till 40 lakhs, if you have a turnover of 40 lakhs, you're GST exempt. And this was previously 20 lakhs, so they've doubled it straight down. And also अगर आपका टर्नओवर 1.5 करोड़ तक है तो भी आप कॉम्पोजिशन स्कीम ले सकते हो. कॉम्पोजिशन स्कीम मतलब आपको 1% टैक्स लगेगा बस, उसके अलावा कोई टैक्स नहीं लगेगा. So this is a very good sign from the government कि this step actually is, like you said, it's music to your ears. It's the same for all small business owners.
Yep, absolutely. So जब भी कोई गवर्नमेंट बात करते हैं ना कि स्मॉल बिजनेसेस इज आवर मेन गोल एंड ऑल दैट, they always, you just have talk, yeah, there's no action behind it, बस बोलने के लिए small businesses is the main focus बोल देते हैं. But these are the sort of steps which can actually, significantly impact एक. And मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि जीएसटी भरना नहीं है लोगों को, ये बोल रहा हूँ कि the compliance of GST is so high when your business, the cost, paying a CA or someone to actually file your GST and all that is so high when you're a small business that you'd rather not do it. Like, it's cheaper not to do it. It's cheaper to do it in the second kind of economy without showing the cash or all those things.
Exactly.
So this was very good news. Like, I'm so happy that the government managed to pull this off. But yeah, moving on to our next story. $0.09 per GP. India's data plans are cheapest in the world. अगर आप देखो, ये एक रीजन है कि हर एक कंपनी इंडिया में इन्वेस्ट करना चाह रहा है. इतना सस्ता है डेटा यहाँ पे कि यू विल हैव एन एंटायर इकोनॉमी कमिंग ऑनलाइन इन अनदर फ्यू इयर्स. लाइक व्हाट डू यू थिंक, सिद्धार्थ?
Very true. And the best part about this is we need cheap data. हमें जरूरत है इसकी. And अगर कंपटीशन मिलके अगर वो डिलीवर करता है तो there is no better example for a free market than India's data market. क्योंकि जियो आने के बाद everybody had to slash their prices. एंड हम सबको पता है कि नेक्स्ट कंज्यूमर वेव जो आने वाला है इंडिया में वो रूरल इंडिया से आने वाला है.
Correct.
और रूरल इंडिया में अगर आप डेटा इतना चीप दे सकते हो तो रूरल इंडिया में अडॉप्शन क्रेजी लेवल्स पे होगा डेटा का. तो अगर डेटा 2013 या 14 के प्राइसेस पे होता तो रूरल इंडिया नहीं लेता ये डेटा, वो खरीदता ही नहीं. मतलब इट वुड बी जस्ट लाइक एक साइबर कैफे है 2-3 गाँव को मिला के और वही उतना ही इंटरनेट पेनिट्रेशन है. बट अब क्योंकि इतना चीप है डेटा तो डेटा कंजम्पशन भी बढ़ेगा और डेटा यूजेज भी बढ़ेगा. और आई नो कि ज्यादातर डेटा यूजेज और कंजम्पशन टाइम पास पे जाता है या वीडियोस देखने में जाता है. बट आपको ये चीज सोचना पड़ेगा कि उस डेटा कंजम्पशन के अंदर ही वैल्यू निकलेगा.
Correct.
उस डेटा कंजम्पशन के थ्रू ही वैल्यू अनलॉक होगा, whether it is farming tutorials for farmers or small business tutorials. Like our channel, for example, we have a series of videos planned for how to set up a small business, how to run a small business. और ये सब वीडियोस अगर कोई गांव में बैठकर देखना चाहता है तो चीप डेटा के बिना पॉसिबल नहीं है. So I think this is massive, and the next wave of rural data consumption is going to unlock a consumer face that we have not seen yet.
True, absolutely. And that's the thing, right? Like अगर आप सोचोगे, generally speaking, एक simple example ले लेते हैं. There's this common notion कि यार Indian का consumer सस्ता, like they are cheap and all that. That's not true. I would rather say Indian consumers are slightly misinformed compared to other countries. Like उनको पता नहीं रहता कि वो गलत चीज खरीद रहे हैं या वैसे कुछ. अभी because they're getting more and more informed. I mean, data is information. Information is what? You're getting more and more informed and aware. He starts making the connections that, oh, if I buy, a cheap slipper, it'll last me like 1 साल. एक अच्छा सा शू खरीद लूँ, मेरे लिए 5 साल चल जाएगा, तो ऑब्वियसली वो शू और सस्ता होता है. So he's
एग्जैक्टली.
getting informed. Like you have simple things, right? Like smartphones, right? You have channels like, say, Geeky Ranjit, for example, huge channel, amazing tech reviews. People watch his videos. People, first time buyers watch his videos and understand, oh, when I make a smartphone purchase, मेरे को इसके बारे में सोचना पड़ता है. मैं ईयरफोन कोई भी फालतू कंपनी का नहीं उठाऊंगा. So
राइट.
now Indian consumers are getting more and more informed, and because of that, right? I don't think Indian consumers are cheap. I think we look for value, and that is going to get better, and that will urge companies to make better products. So I think this is a very very good thing.
Yep.
Uh, Moving on to our next story, company incorporations 7-year high at 16,000 in July. I mean, I was like, okay, why is this happening? I was surprised looking at this number.
So basically, it's one of the reasons is the lockdown, obviously. But apart from the lockdown, there are also a lot of smaller details, as in a lot of layoffs have happened because of the Corona lockdown, and a lot of people have reverse migrated back to their homes. तो अब अगर आप घर पे हो, अपने गांव में हो और आपके पास नौकरी नहीं है, तो अगर आप थोड़ा थोड़ा बहुत भी इंडिपेंडेंट होना चाहते हो और आपने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि अब मेरे को डिपेंड नहीं होना है किसी पे, तो आप स्ट्रेट अप बिजनेस ही स्टार्ट करोगे.
Exactly.
And that is the reason I think this spike in number has come, and I think it is a very good sign for the
Absolutely.
economy. क्योंकि
Yep.
अगर छोटे जगहों पे छोटे छोटे बिजनेसेस स्टार्ट होंगे,
Yeah,
तभी
yeah.
डिमांड रिवाइवल होगा, तभी प्रोडक्ट्स और आएंगे, तभी कैपिटलिज्म इज अ बून फॉर अ रीजन. तो अगर सब लोग अडेप्ट करेंगे इस कॉन्सेप्ट को और सब लोग बिजनेसेस स्टार्ट करेंगे, तो वो ओवरऑल उस मार्केट के लिए ही अच्छा होगा, उस मार्केट के कंज्यूमर्स के लिए ही अच्छा होगा. अगर एक छोटी सी जगह में अगर एक ही इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर है, तो उसको उसी पे डिपेंड होना पड़ेगा. लेकिन अगर वैसे ही 4 इंटरनेट सर्विस प्रोवाइडर्स आ गए, तो जो बेटर सर्विस है वो कस्टमर को ही मिलेगा, बेटर
Correct.
सर्विस एट अ चीपर प्राइस.
Yep, yep.
So that is why it makes much more sense to start a business and run a business rather than trying to depend on the job.
Exactly. And adding on to this, the number of businesses increasing and improving the ease of business. GST registration now through Aadhaar in just 3 days. This was
Yep.
also such a good news. तो मेरा जो फर्स्ट कंपनी था आकार के नाम से, I had to wait 3 months to get a VAT registration done at that time. So we didn't have GST at that time. And when GST rolled around, I think I had to wait 2 months to get the GST number.
Yep.
So this was like, see, so when you're talking about ease of doing business, right? These are the steps which I absolutely love. अगर आप आधार वेरिफिकेशन नहीं करते हो तो आपको 21 दिन वेट करने पड़ेगा फिजिकल वेरिफिकेशन के लिए. फिजिकल
Exactly.
वेरिफिकेशन वाला बंदा आपसे घूस लेके जाएगा.
बट यहाँ पे
एक
ये सारे स्टेप्स एलिमिनेट हो जाते हैं एक तरह से, क्योंकि आधार
एग्जैक्ट.
ऑलरेडी एड्रेस वेरीफाइड होता है.
यप.
और जो भी वो मिसकंसेप्शंस थे कि आप घर से एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट नहीं कर सकते घर के एड्रेस से, आई थिंक ये न्यूज़ वो सारे मिसकंसेप्शंस को क्वॉश कर देता है. अगर आपके पास एक वैलिड एड्रेस है जो आधार पे रजिस्टर्ड है, तो आप उस एड्रेस पे जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन ले सकते हैं.
एग्जैक्टली, सिंपल. एंड
या
इसमें एक और चीज, क्रेजी चीज मैं आपको बोलना चाहूंगा. अगर आप चाहो इसका डेमो, तो मैं जरूर इसका डेमो बनाना चाहूंगा. कमेंट सेक्शन में डालिए एक बार, प्लीज गिव मी अ डेमो ऑफ जीएसटी रजिस्ट्रेशन. पर इंपॉर्टेंट चीज ये है कि something like this, they have connected it to the email ID and the phone number of that Aadhaar person. So
यप.
because of that verification, eKYC, OTP, it's secure, it's fast. I think this is the way forward.
या आई थिंक एंड इट मेक्स मच मोर बेटर यूजेज ऑफ आधार. वरना इसके अलावा अगर ये नहीं, तो मेरे को नहीं लगता आधार का कोई बेटर यूजेज है इससे. अभी तक तो मुझे नहीं दिखा है, बट दिस सीम्स लाइक अ प्रीटी गुड यूसेज फॉर एन आधार नंबर.
Absolutely. Finally, just a few episodes back, we'd covered this story. India moves to cut Huawei gear from telecoms network. अभी गवर्नमेंट ने अभी तक ऑफिशियल नोटिफिकेशन नहीं दिया है, पर all the industry players are stating that Huawei will not work in India. So this is such a huge blow to Huawei, if you ask me.
I think it's a
As a
blow to India as well.
uh, we'll talk about that next, but I'll just tell you why it's a huge blow to Huawei. In terms of technology, right? Huawei has across the globe one of the largest R&D budget.
Right.
So the amount of money they spend on developing technologies is incredible. Like it's they have two or three times the R&D budget of even an Apple and a Google. And you that's one of the reasons why they had a 2 year 3 year advantage on 5G over various other telecom providers. They invest like mad on R&D. That's been
Right.
a driving principle for them as they build the company. Now of course many people argue that no, I mean it's just been done by the Chinese government and all that. I don't know about that. Like honestly, I have no idea if Chinese government is behind this and all. But the fact that world is cutting out a company which spends so much on R&D to give great technology to people is just a sad day, if you ask me. You really wonder if Huawei was a company from India or UK or US, would this really be the treatment which it got?
I seriously doubt that.
So yeah, you were saying Siddharth, like it's a bad day for India. Why do you think so?
Because then we end up with a monopoly in 5G. At least right now there is Huawei who stands to give competition to Geo. But now that Huawei is out of the picture, I don't see anybody else giving any competition. Yes, we know Bharti Airtel is there, but it takes time to build 5G infrastructure. You cannot set it up in a span of 1 year or 2 years. It
Yep,
takes solid time to set up 5G infrastructure, and Reliance has been at it since 2011.
yep. And
Nobody else comes close. And if I have not got a Geo SIM till now. I doubt Mukesh Ambani and the kind. I don't want him to have my data. All right. But I don't. If I want to use 5G, I don't have a choice. I'll have to
yep,
eventually get a Geo SIM and use it. And that is my problem. I need choices as a consumer. And if the India does not really thrive on monopolistic markets, but
yep.
we are seeing one right now. So that is my problem with this.
So Financial Times reported that Vodafone, India's third largest telecom provider, is most dependent on Chinese equipment, but its survival is still in doubt because of the huge
Yeah.
disputes that they have. But at the same time, right, this goes to show you, and this is the same thing with Bharti Airtel. So Bharti Airtel will try to be in the government's good books with anti-China sentiment, but it also, one of the largest vendors they have is Huawei. So they are
Yep.
planning to. So one good thing to note was that at least in August they may announce a new tie-up with a US-based Verizon. And Verizon does have technology, but that's the thing, right? Like they'll have to roll back a lot of the work which they already did. So
Yeah.
that's the problem I have. Like, let's see how it goes. So moving on, this was the last story for the day, guys. Now let's talk about the tool of the day, and let me just share my screen. So now, normally speaking, right, one of the most common questions as you're building your company is how do you manage HR? Now, I know we keep talking about this company a lot, but HR management by Zoho is one of the best, softwares which I have seen out there. So it's a software called Zoho People. It's again, they have a free version and they have a paid version. But basically, the way Zoho People works is all the functions of HR, which is basically employee management, self-service, time off management, payroll integration. You're talking about attendance, you're talking about shifts, you're talking about, you know, uh, like doing appraisals and doing KRAs. All of this you can start for free with Zoho People. And of course, they have paid plans as you go ahead and build your organization up. But here's the thing, say you have a simple thing like a biometric, right, in your office. You can ask people to, put that biometric and check in, or you can have IP based check in. IP based मतलब एक particular Wi-Fi connected है या कोई GPS location है. You can tell the software कि only allow people to check in from here. Check in मतलब they are telling that I'm present, and this will automatically generate all the reports you need. to do serious HR. So I'll show you a quick example of attendance management.
And
Uh,
how many people is it free for, Nikhil? Tell how many
so it's
employees?
free for up to 5 employees. Uh,
Right. So I think that covers most organizations, most small
exactly. And
businesses.
after that, also, it's not that expensive. So let me show you the. I mean, it's 42 rupees per user per month, which is peanuts.
Yep.
And I mean, that's the thing. So up to 5 employees, it's completely free. And then after that, you just have to pay 42 rupees to get most of the features. And that's what, जब आपका organization बड़ा होता है, complexity बड़ा होता है, तब obviously you'll have to go higher. But I think this is one of the most affordable, HR suites I have seen. एंड इसमें आप ऑटोमेटेड वे में ऑफर लेटर स्केड्यूल कर सकते हो, आपका डॉक्यूमेंट ट्रैकिंग कर सकते हो. बहुत सारे कंपनीज को कंप्लायंस के वजह से बहुत सारा डॉक्यूमेंट्स रखना पड़ता है. यू कैन सेव इट ऑल इन दिस. So if you guys want a full video on this, please leave a comment below. I'll definitely make a complete video on demonstrating Zoho People. But yeah, Zoho People is the tool of the day, free for up to 5 users to set up your entire HR process. Thanks a lot, guys. See you tomorrow.
Bye bye.